Every billion-dollar breach you've heard of comes back to just 10 mistakes. This is OWASP Top 10, the hacker's cheat sheet. Let's start with the first three. First, broken access control. Imagine a bank where anyone could walk into the vault. That's broken access control. Hackers escalate privileges, read or delete data, even act as admins. It's the most exploited flaw, leading to unauthorized information disclosure or data destruction. Next, cryptographic failures. Your data is gold, but encryption is the lock. When that lock is weak, like plain text passwords or outdated algorithms, it's like securing diamonds with a toy padlock. Attackers don't break in. They just open the door. This causes millions of user password leaks every year. Finally, injection. One malicious input like or1 and the entire database spills. SQL, NoSQL, OS commands. All vulnerable if inputs aren't sanitized, leading to unauthorized commands or data access. Injection attacks brought down companies like TalkTalk, costing them millions and trust they'll never regain. These are the first three: access control, crypto failures, injection. They're the root of most hacks. Stay tuned because the next 7 are just as dangerous, starting with insecure design. Insecure design focuses on fundamental flaws and ineffective controls, not just weak implementations. It emphasizes secure development lifecycles, robust threat modeling, and secure design patterns from the start. Next, security misconfiguration. This is about improper implementation of security intended to keep application data safe. Common issues include using default credentials, outdated software, or disabled security features. Always patch and update systems, change default credentials, and disable unnecessary features. Vulnerable and outdated components introduce security gaps. Attackers exploit known flaws in third-party libraries and open-source dependencies. Software composition analysis tools and regular patching schedules are crucial to mitigate these risks. Identification and authentication failures allow unauthorized access through weak mechanisms. This includes credential stuffing, brute force attacks, and weak password policies. Implement MFA, enforce strong passwords, and use secure session managers to protect user identities. Software and data integrity failures involve making assumptions about updates and data without verification. Supply chain attacks and unauthorized changes to data or software execution paths are key concerns here. Digital signatures, code signing, and checksum verification are essential to validate authenticity. Security logging and monitoring failures mean organizations remain blind to breaches, allowing attackers to operate undetected. Real-time logging, monitoring, and alerting systems are vital for early detection and timely incident response. Finally, server-side request forgery, or SSRF. These vulnerabilities allow attackers to send crafted requests from the server. Often targeting internal services, SSRF can lead to unauthorized access or data exfiltration. To prevent SSRF, restrict outbound network access, validate URLs, and use whitelisting mechanisms. The OWASP Top 10 provides a critical roadmap for securing web applications against the most prevalent threats. By understanding and addressing these vulnerabilities, developers and organizations can significantly enhance their software security posture. Stay vigilant, stay secure, and protect your digital assets. You've seen how access control, crypto, and injection destroy applications. Now let's look at the next 3 critical mistakes in OWASP's Top 10 and understand why they are truly silent killers. Our first point, number 4, insecure design. This isn't about finding bugs, it's fundamentally about bad blueprints. If your application isn't designed with security in mind, lacking rate limits or safe defaults, attackers won't need complex exploits. They will simply leverage your inherently weak design. Imagine building a skyscraper with no fire exits. Disaster is not just possible, it's guaranteed. Next, number 5, security misconfiguration. This is the number 1 cause of cloud breaches. Think default admin passwords, open storage buckets, or debug features left active in production environments. Misconfigurations are akin to leaving your house unlocked. Attackers don't need to hack, they simply stroll right in. The infamous Capital One breach, for instance, was a misconfiguration, resulting in an $80 million fine. Finally, number 6, vulnerable, and outdated components. Remember the widespread impact of Log4j? One outdated library, and suddenly half the internet was exploitable. Applications are built on third-party components. If you don't patch them, attackers exploit known holes. Old parts inevitably lead to guaranteed failure. Bad design, sloppy configurations, and outdated components. These are three critical mistakes that keep repeating across the digital landscape. And guess what? The next three OWASP top 10 categories are where identity theft and supply chain hacks truly explode. We've covered design, configs, and outdated parts. Now the final stretch, the flaws that fuel identity theft, fake updates, and hidden hacks. Our focus today is on the final four critical risks from the OWASP Top 10, crucial for cybersecurity professionals and developers alike. First, we delve into identification and authentication failures, a category encompassing vulnerabilities in how users are verified and sessions managed. Logins are the front door. If you don't secure them with weak passwords, broken session handling, or bad two-factor authentication, attackers just walk in as you. This is precisely why credential stuffing attacks keep succeeding, leveraging millions of stolen logins reused across various applications. Attackers exploit weak passwords and session hijacking, often using automated tools and botnets to scale their efforts. To prevent this, implement multi-factor authentication, enforce strong password policies, and use secure hashing algorithms like Argon2 or bcrypt for storage. Next, we examine software and data integrity failures, highlighting the critical importance of protecting software updates and data pipelines from manipulation. This is about trust. When software updates or data pipelines aren't protected, attackers inject malicious versions. That's a supply chain attack. One compromise infects thousands. Think SolarWinds, where a poisoned update became a global breach. Attackers exploit untrusted sources and compromised CI/CD pipelines to inject malicious code, compromising the integrity of your software. Prevention involves securing software updates, verifying third-party code, and implementing stringent security measures for your CI/CD pipeline. Our third risk is security logging and monitoring failures, emphasizing the necessity of detecting, escalating, and responding to active breaches. The worst hack isn't the one that happens, it's the one you don't notice. No logs, no alerts, no detection. Attackers stay hidden for months, exfiltrating everything. Consider Equifax, where a breach went undetected for 76 days, allowing extensive data exfiltration due to insufficient monitoring. Comprehensive logging, real-time monitoring, and secure log storage are vital. A robust incident response plan is also crucial. Finally, we address server-side request forgery, or SSRF, a vulnerability that tricks your server into making requests to unintended internal systems. SSRF tricks your server into calling internal systems it should never reach. It's like convincing the guard to open the vault for the attacker. This flaw was so dangerous, it earned massive bounties from companies like Tesla, demonstrating its severe impact. Attackers use SSRF to access internal resources, bypass firewalls, and combine it with DNS rebinding to escalate attacks. To prevent SSRF, implement strict input validation, use allow lists for host names, and enforce strong firewall policies. These 10 aren't just theory, they're why billion-dollar companies collapse. Broken access, crypto, injection, insecure design, misconfigs, outdated parts, auth failures, supply chains, no monitoring, and SSRF. Learn them, fix them, share this, because OWASP Top 10 isn't just a list, it's the difference between safe and breached.